Hey, what's up? This is Curtis, founder of Into the Body. And right now we're going to talk about the body. Let's talk about the body. Let's talk about belly fat. That's what I like to talk about. Not all the time, but today that's what I'm going to like to talk about. So, a lot of people want to lose belly fat. And, it's something that a lot of people have a goal to do, and they want to lose belly fat, and they want to get into exercising and eating healthy. So I'm going to inform you a little bit about belly fat. So typically there's 3 types of fat: visceral fat, subcutaneous fat, and triglycerides. So visceral fat is the most dangerous. This is the one you really gotta watch out for because it's really damaging to your body. So before, I'm gonna just tell you the causes of belly fat first. Let me go ahead and do this. So it's insulin, glucose, insulin and glucose. And this is what creates energy. Insulin drives glucose into the fat cells into your body. Now what happens is, if insulin is too high, then it doesn't drive glucose through the fat cells. So it's really about balancing this insulin and this glucose, and really what it is sugar. And visceral fat, all fat releases toxins and hormones. Visceral fat releases the most of it. And because the visceral fat is pretty much close to your liver, kidneys, I believe it's the small intestines. It's a lot of your organs that you need. So what the visceral fat does is it starts putting out pretty much negative energy. And the first thing that gets to process it is the liver and the kidneys and other organs, which is why it's the most dangerous fat. Subcutaneous fat is the fat right below the skin. Okay, so it's a thin layer of fat. It's pretty much, you're not going to do nothing. Triglycerides, this fat circulates in your bloodstream. It makes up 95% of fat within your body. So the triglycerides, so this is all over fat. You know what I mean? So, this isn't bad because exercise activity, you can burn it off. What it's all going to come down to is eating the right foods, but the visceral fat is affecting your major organs. That's why that's so important to be aware of. So insulin drives glucose through fat cells. So what the glucose does when it enters the cells is it creates energy. And so this energy, when you use it, it's good because you're using it. But what happens is if you're consuming all of this energy, food energy, and let's say you're at an office for 8 hours a day, what happens is you're consuming all this energy, but you're not using any of the energy. So then all that energy just gets stored for later. So the way fat arrives is it's just energy that keeps getting stored and not put into use. So you kind of have to eat to match your energy levels. And then you really have to eat the right foods that are going to break down correctly for you depending on your activity. Which is why, you know, if you see like, you know, like carbs, like pizza, the bread in the pizza, it's going to break down into a lot of glucose, a lot of energy. That's why you see someone like athletes or like football players, basketball players, and they're eating pizza and you're wondering why they're so skinny. First of all, they probably only eat that pizza for the majority of the day. Like, they probably have like 4 or 5 slices and then they don't really eat that much during the day. But their bodies need more energy, so when this breaks down into energy, that's good for them because they're putting it to use. So it's not getting stored away. But for someone doing the same thing that's not as active, it's going to just sit there. And if you continue to live a lifestyle that's not active, then what happens is that energy keeps accumulating. So let's look at another cause of belly fat. And this is why I talk about meditation, because this is going to help this right here, which is stress hormones. Let me see how much time I have. Stress hormones. So basically what happens with stress hormones is your body increases the production of adrenaline. So what happens is now you're getting this stress hormone. It's bringing out adrenaline, which is fight or flight. You probably heard of fight or flight, but it's that, you know, when you're like overly strengthened, like everything, like, you know, your adrenaline is pumping, and what happens is it's releasing a whole shitload of adrenaline, and that's energy. So your body can produce all of this energy. And what happens is you're stressed mentally. So your body sees it as stress, not physical, not mental, just stress, and it releases adrenaline. So now you're mentally stressed because it's not physical stress, it's mental. And your body's releasing this, and you're not acting, you're not moving. So now it's producing more stored fat. So I'm going to talk about some of the food choices you can do to kind of alleviate this pain of belly fat. So one is refined carbs. You know, you want to eat whole grains, wheats, or oats. You really want to, you want to stay away from bread because it just breaks down into so much more sugar. And when you get the wheats, and the oats, and the whole stuff, what happens is it breaks down slower, which is why you're more filled throughout the day, because it's breaking down glucose slower. It's slowing down the process, and it's making it more balanced, rather than when you eat white bread, it just spikes it up and it just explodes into the cells, like, and eventually throws off your whole system. It overworks it because it has to work too hard to keep up with the food that you're putting in your body. Eat healthy fats, olive oil, nuts, seeds, omega-3s. Don't overdo it on the fats, though. You know, like, eat a couple handfuls maybe of peanuts or something, and that's good for the fats. And, you know, use olive oil when you're cooking, or pour a little bit on your salad dressing here and there, but you don't want to just go crazy on it. This one's a big one. Fluid calories, like just a soda, Gatorade, anything really that's not water. You should try to avoid, maybe instead of going to the bar Friday night, you could drink water all week and then have like a fresh cup of grape juice at the end of the week. That might not be so cool, but drink water, 8 glasses of water a day. Anything better than what you're doing now is a good start if you're not drinking enough water. And don't skip meals. Skipping meals goes a little bit like this. You skip a meal it confuses the body. So then the body doesn't know when it is going to eat again. So what happens is the body continues to store more fat because they're like, whoa, I don't know when I'm going to eat again. This might be the last time I eat. I really need to save this fat because I might have an emergency where I'm going to need that fat. So the body, so smart as the body is confused and doesn't know what signal is getting, like, whoa, I'm not getting fed. Hold on, I always get fed. Now I'm not getting fed? I got to put some of this to the side. It's like your bank, like if you down to the last $100 and, you got things to do, you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to save that for sure because I'm going to need that later because I don't know when I'm getting paid again. Your belly's doing the same thing. It's like, okay, I don't know when I'm going to eat again, so I better store this fat and keep it for as long as I can. So when it's not eating it, you're almost punishing yourself and like making your body feel punished. So now it's like struggling and saving fat to be released later when food is right. And then the best thing to do to solve this is exercise, meditation. These are going to cause stress to reduce, which is going to get your body to stop storing fat and producing energy that's just being stored as more fat. Through meditation, you'll be able to use your mind correctly and realize what stress is doing to your body. Exercise will help boost your metabolism. Meditation will slow down your stress, which would most likely make it easier to boost your metabolism. Exercise, meditation will help belly fat. Activity, moving the body. Inactivity is going to do the opposite effect, which is store belly fat, high blood sugar levels. It's going to do all of this. So exercise, meditate, and understand that it really comes down to your body, the way your body breaks down foods. If you want to get on a diet, understand the way your body breaks down foods. Understand your amount of activity and understand your goal. Put those three together and you have a plan. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, share, all of that good stuff. And stay away from bad carbs today. Drink a lot of water and live healthy. Do your education. Do your health education. And guess what? I'm here. I'm learning. I'm teaching. You want the answers? Come here. Come here. I got the answers for you. I will teach you how to live a healthier life for free on YouTube. Have a great day, and I'll see you again.